Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Strum. And today I'm here to tell you about why you shouldn't worry about where you're at in life. Coming up in this video. Welcome to my throne. Welcome to my paradise. Welcome to my playground. You have entered the world of Mr. Strum. Now, let's begin.
I fell into darkness, and I couldn't find the light.
So, you must be one of those people who come searching for clues and answers to life. Well, let me tell you something. It's really not that hard because it's in you. So, the way I see this world and the way I start to view it every single day is that it's really just a monopoly. If you think about it, the world is sort of monopoly. At the end of the day, everybody's chasing something or everybody's pursuing something that they truly desire. And to get there, you have to play the game of Monopoly. Now, let me tell you something. I'm just being sarcastic because that's not the way I truly view the world. The way I truly view the world is it's more of the Matrix. I see it as the world used to be actually really cool back in the day. And I'm not talking about the 1990s or even I'm talking about when you were able to travel the world without any worries about showing identification, where pirates existed, where knights existed, where everything else existed back in that era. It was free. It was free. This is just my concept in general. Everything was free. Oh, sorry, buddy. Of course, you have to worry about, you have to worry about people getting slaughtered or you being the next victim. But life was a free economy back then. Life was, sure, you had to pay gold, you had to go to castle, there were knights, there were kings, there were everything back in the day didn't involve politics or a necessary government. And I'm saying this right now because, it was free back in the day. It's about history, basically. History was, free. It was inapt to politics until the Revolutionary War began, and that's when the government truly kicked off. I'm not here to give you a history lesson, but I'm sure a lot of people in this world wish some things were easier to obtain. It's not how the world works now. It's 2020. It's 2020. It's the new decade. Nowadays, where our technology is so advanced, our cars are moving in different rates. Everything about the world is changing. But the one thing that doesn't change is the people, the way people are. And that's what I want to tell you, people who are worried about your future and worried about everything. Don't be worried, because I'm here to tell you why worrying is a bad thing. Nobody ever bothers in this life to look at what they have now. You see, when you live in the moment, you gotta live in the moment. Because living in the moment is all that matters at the end of the day. When you're in the future, there are things you regret in your past, and when you're in the past, there are things you regret in your moment and your future, technically. But when you're in the moment, you can change things right now. You don't have to worry about something instantaneously happening to you, because you have the right in the moment. You're creating what's ahead. The past and the moment's behind, but right here, you're creating what's right here. You're creating the foundation of your life in the moment. Just because things went wrong in your past and just because the future feels bleak doesn't mean you can't live here. And a lot of people, they wonder where they are in life. I mean, I've seen people that I've known since I was a kid who are already married, who have kids, who have houses, who have bills, there's everything in the world, and I'm still one of those dudes that lives with my parents because, I came off a little sour in my days. Not really sour, but I came off low. And I haven't kept up with everybody else in the world. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people nowadays. A lot of people are living with their parents nowadays because, in actuality, not every single young adult gets to escape right away. Everybody pace is different in life, and that's what people need to understand, is that life is not easy because everybody goes on their own pace, And I want to tell you guys that you don't need to worry about anything. Just because somebody tells you to do this or do that, you shouldn't listen to them. Or just because your friends are laughing at you because you're behind and they've already got everything. Or just because, you see society and see everybody else that you view in the world are better than you, doesn't mean you shouldn't focus on yourself and just live in the moment and do what you want, Even if you're young. I know a lot of 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds, people who are older than me, who still aren't sure what they want to do in their life. And they're still in the same place, because that's the thing. Everybody in the world operates differently. Everybody is different. People think that the norm of nowadays in society is you have to adapt. You have to be something you're not. You can't just be yourself because, hey, you're an adult or you're a teenager in high school. There's people out there picking on you, laughing at you for who you are. Okay? Don't worry about the outside world. Just live in the moment and be happy with it. Create now and let the seeds from today plant and harvest in the future. Let your seeds that you planted at this moment become your reality in your future. Let your growth expand today, and let that growth become something better in the future. Let everything you've done in this moment, just think of the moment as, think of it as the room of technology, where the room of God's playground. Think of it like the White Room. In the Matrix. The moment is your White Room. The moment is where you can build, you can create, you can make things that you desire in this White Room, in this space. And all the things that you create in this moment move on to the future. And that is your future. Your moment, what you built in the moment, becomes complete in the future. And that's what the moment is your personal White Room. Okay? Everybody thinks that, you have to be Mr. Billionaire. You have to have Ferraris. You have to have mansions. You have to have Bugattis. You have to live this lavish lifestyle. Or you have to already have everything at this moment. Truth is, nobody's going to get it at this moment if you're young. Okay? I have only seen it out of pure luck. I've seen so many people in the world get houses and get everything out of pure luck because they're lucky. or they get it off their parents secretly because mommy and daddy has mortgages and bills and they can just get them a house right away. Okay? Nothing comes easy in this life. But yeah, the moment is the moment. You don't need to worry about where you are in the future or what your past is because it's not here yet. It's not invented yet. Nobody's going to know what they're going to do 10 to 20 years from now. Nobody's going to know who they are 5 years and 10 years from now. That question is very invalid in this world. Nobody's going to know. And the more you ponder about your future, and the more you try to think, and the more when you're a person that's not sure of what you want to do in reality, it's gonna kill you. It's gonna mentally drain you. It's gonna make you upset. Your vibes are gonna be off. Your happiness. So I want you people to know is do not worry because everything comes in due time. Everything comes when the time is right. Everything will be there when the time is right. Don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about your future because the moment is the moment and that's where we need to stay. I know it sounds ridiculous for me to say some things like that, like the moment is the moment, that's where we need to stay, but where else can we go? We can't magically time travel in the future. We can't magically time travel in the past unless a time machine was invented, but that's not even going to happen. You got to remember that everything comes in due time. Patience is patience. You got to have patience in life. Patience is a virtue, they always say. At the same time, just live in the moment because everybody goes at a different pace. Everybody works differently. But you know what else I wish that we could be in this world? Instead of it being a narcissistic, egotistical, maniac type of matrix that we live in, you know what I really wish the world was? A loving world, a caring world, an acceptable world. But, you can't have a world like that because it's the world. But I know people in the world can be better. I know people can have these days where they're bad and then take it out on other people. Everybody has bad days. Everybody, lives terrible, trashy lives. But the key to success is living in the moment, being kind to others, and doing what you love while doing things in reality that the Matrix expects you to do. Okay? And like I said, I just think the world's a Matrix because I look at the world, it kind of just looks like a bland, boring world. Like, it literally looks like you walk outside and all you see is just like cars and just people walking everywhere. I don't know. I have this concept that the world is a matrix, but it's not. It's just a theory. I honestly think the world is a beautiful place. It's wonderful. It's magnificent, and everybody should just think and believe what they want. But here, I'm going back to the main topic. Is don't worry about where you are in life because sooner or later it will catch up with you, and then you're gonna go back and think, wow, this is great. I wish I was never there. Some of you are gonna go back and say, wow, I hate this. I wish I was back in a time where I didn't have anything. Don't wish your life away. Live in the moment, cherish the moment, and just be kind to other people because kindness really shows. But yeah, it's like kind of my conceptual thing about this. It's not really concept, it's facts because I'm gonna tell you something. People always worry about their future, but never bother to look at what they have now. As soon as everything fades away eventually. Nothing lasts forever. You gotta remember that nothing lasts forever. You may think the world is just gonna magically be the same forever. You may think your world is gonna magically be the same forever. But in reality, everything changes. You lose people, you lose things that you once had, you lose moments, memories, time flies. Everything that you thought was there isn't there anymore, and you're here. Wherever you are, you're here now. Mind-blowing, right? Anyways, guys, this is Mr. Strong, man. I hope this video helped you out. Hope it lifted your spirits, and I hope it made you feel a little good inside. I want you to know that, life, it does get better. You just have to have faith. And you just have to live in the moment. You just gotta live here, now, because now defines, like I said, your future. And just remember that just because the past was terrible, and just because now was terrible, doesn't mean you can't fix it. Doesn't mean you can't try to make it better. The key things are positivity, happiness, and just trying to keep yourself positive all the time. Just because your life is always negative doesn't mean you can't turn it around, because negativity is what creates negativity, and it's an endless cycle of negativity. I don't have to get into it too much, but you get the gist of it. Anyways, love you guys. Hope you have a wonderful 2020, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.